So while I've been, doing some healing of my own, um, you do hear people say, "Oh, just toughen up. Oh, you're too sensitive." And it's like, wow, why would anybody want me to toughen up? Like I can tell the difference between good and evil. I can see it right away. I can see positive energy and negative energy. It's like open and shut case. And you can see it with this religious guy that I've been talking with. I mean, when we put energy out there, this guy is probably, I think he says he's in the Netherlands or something, but he's in a totally different country than me, far, far away. And yet I can feel his negative energy. Words do have power, and the constant push, has a lot of power. There's zero understanding, you know, it's constant judging, which happens to be a sin, and he happens to be wrong all the time, which, when what you put out there is exactly what you end up getting back, and that's um, the game is, when somebody puts a judgment out on you, you want to live your life where you don't want to do any judging, but as soon as somebody judges you, your automatic human instinct is to judge right back. So then you get caught. If you have keep in conversations with people like that, then you're going to start reflecting everything that they are putting out there. You may not want to do any judging, but the energy force is, um, you can't help. You're like programmed. What you put into your world, what you see in your world, what you surround yourself around will force you to be a tape recorder of them, especially if you're sensitive. If you're sensitive, it's so friggin' easy because you are in more of a weaker state, that it is so easily manipulated. But health has to be the guiding force. This is where I can always tell what is the right thing for me to do, is my own personal health. I can be strong in myself to know what is the right direction. I know if I'm in a room with this religious guy, then my self esteem will be lowered, my health will go. I can feel, I mean, my arms started to get really sore talking to this guy. I'm trying to freaking quit smoking, and yet every time I have a conversation with this guy, the first thing, this obsessive urge to go have a cigarette is with this guy. Yet I can have a conversation with somebody else that may want to disagree with me, but we have a flow of energy. Like somebody else's opinions, are easily expressed, and I can express a disagreement with it, but in those conversations where both people want to learn and grow and have understanding, and energy flow actually is more uplifting. It's like you feel healthy, you feel excited, like you don't have time for that cigarette because you're so excited in the growth of the conversation you're having. There is Cree, this other subscriber. I mean, she openly says that she, would be sort of like the evil force. She would be the one that wants to go against. And it's like, I'm totally at one with her because I can feel her positive energy. It's not like I would want to be guided down the same path as her, but I can be accepting that she has a path that needs to be respected, and she's giving me the respect. Whether she likes it or not, she does show me respect to live my path. Um, she does give me understanding. She does give me compassion. She does send out love. One way or another, I feel that. And whether she is in disagreement with the same things that I want for my life, I can be equally as compassionate and see where she's coming from. And part of that is, um, if we want to create, this heaven on earth, some people love a sunny day, and to create a heaven, it's like, I want every day sunny. And rain is really, really depressing to some people. So it's like, if we never had rain, our plants would never grow. We need to have, a mix of rain and sun. And there needs to be some acceptance that some days need to be rainy, and see the goodness in something that you may not like all the time. And can you not feel the joy and pleasure of somebody else's wish that makes them feel good, that makes them grow? Can you allow your heaven to not necessarily have everything you want at all times? That you get a joy out of maybe not getting your way all the time, but you can feel the love and happiness by seeing the joy and happiness that somebody else gets their way sometimes. It's not so much that you're creating your own perfect world, but we are getting the enjoyment by seeing everybody get what it is they want, and it does no harm to you. Now, like I say, you can use me as a guide, but the way in which this religious guy is talking to me, I think is our biggest evil. You have to look at the characteristics. They don't build people up, and every single one of us, even a rapist, there's a cause to the behavior that's creating this negative criminal act, and they are definitely living in a source of lack of love. When you go and judge somebody, right away the walls go up and there's no communication. There's no love there. There's zero love when you are judging another human being, especially if you're judging them to be wrong and evil. It's just not going to make any changes. But when you can see the goodness in everybody and focus on the goodness, and you build up on somebody else's goodness, that builds them up, that gives them strength, that puts a smile on their face, that opens up the conversation. And I never ever see that with religious people. All they seem to do is want to destroy your spirit, um, and they want to put their spirit into you, and they have this, Holy Spirit. Well, the Holy Spirit would make me healthy, would make me happy, would be filled with everything of joy and goodness and good health. That's what the Holy Spirit is. That's the fruit of a Holy Spirit. But that's not what religious people are after. They use the name Holy Spirit, but what they really want is their spirit. And you got to look at what their spirit is. Their spirit is about crushing you, not building you up, not making you feel loved. Because if you feel love is a good feeling. It's not something harmful. The energy should make my arms feel healthy. I should be excited about the conversation. I should be feeling stronger and powerful in a conversation. But if I feel weaker, if my health starts going down, and somebody constantly is there trying to crush me, it's a good sign that it's not a healthy thing, that it's an evil thing. And I mean, no matter what this guy, his opinions are, you got to ultimately look that he wants the human body dead. You know, he specifically said the human body can only live 120 years. What does that suggestion put out into the world? That you have to accept your death at some point. You're going to live, you're going to create your world in some way that's harmful and will create death by 120 years. So, whether I'm full of shit, whatever, I don't find that motivating. I think that no matter whether I was right or wrong, I think it's more inspirational to look at life as though the human body is not meant to die. Because what does that mean? How do you create a life in a manner where no human is dead? I mean, you gotta kind of look at your air. You gotta kind of look at the pollution you put into the world. You gotta look at how you treat each other, people. You have to look what causes all illnesses. You got to look at what ages people. You got to look at how you do your labor, what kind of products you buy. Everything must sustain, a life that creates life to live. And aging is happiness. Ultimately, if you want to look at what ages you, if you ain't happy, you gonna age. If life is hard and challenging, it will put wrinkles on you. But if you're happy and enjoying your experience and you have a wish to live forever, like do you never recognize time when you're having fun? Time flies when you're having fun. So all of life needs to be full of enjoyment and love of life, and then you won't age. I was not aging. I started aging as soon as I started seeing how friggin' corrupt the world is. Kind of putting energy out there that says, hey, wait a minute, are we on the right track here? Shouldn't we make some changes? And I get more of a will to live when I see there are more people like me out there that want to participate in a change. But it does my energy gets drained, my health gets lowered when I see, oh, this is a huge challenge. I mean, religion is so big, it's so massive, it's such a strong, powerful belief system that we got to crack. And it's not so much that just don't participate in it. Let them be where they need to be. But if the majority of people are starting to see that most of our wars are caused by our religion, don't participate in the religion. And they allow the ones that need to have a Bible to do their thinking for them. Allow them to be judges and critics and, do whatever it is they need to do. Uh, but just don't play in their game. Don't let them be in your room, and wish them well and focus on what's good. And that's where I'm at right now. Peace out.